So if you watched last episode, you'll know that we expanded our drug operation to the meth side of the business. As you can see over here, these 3 different lanes are 3 different products. We've also figured out you can use sprinklers on the weed area, which means they're constantly watered, and our employees are actually struggling to keep up. As you can see in our weed storage room, the pallets are all pretty much full. We're getting production on the way over here, and if we go to our businesses and our profits, see we're making a lot of money. So 23, 12,000, 30,000, 35. We've got the chicken shop over here, which is pretty big. Same with the laundromat and the donut shop. Next, we need to focus on cocaine, which we don't currently have. If we go to our local business, we get points for delivering drugs over here, and that can be used to unlock the next stuff. So we've got the cocaine starter pack, which we will be working on in this episode. We also need to go back to our factory and expand our staff facilities, because we've got, let me just double check, go to people, we've got 42 staff. Some of the rooms are a bit small, so this bedroom's a bit small, and bathroom's getting a bit small, so we might need to redesign all this slightly. Shouldn't be too difficult, so we'll get to redesigning that now. We've expanded our staff area. We've got another bathroom now and another bedroom, so they should be happy in theory. So we're still trying to work out the most efficient way to do the weeds, because as you can see, the staff members aren't able to, well, they can't keep up basically with this production, and we've got plenty of stock. So I'm probably going to let it run for a little bit longer, then maybe just get rid of a section, because we can either get rid of a section or get more staff members, but at the end of the day, I said we've got a certain amount of land, and we're sort of just wasting it. Say if they're not coming all the way down here to figure it out, I'll say that as these literally just come down here to fix that. But if they're not coming down here to harvest it, there's not really much point. I've also set up rooms, so as you can see, the 4 stockers here that just do the vehicle loading, stock weed, weed. The ones at the bottom, meth and meth. So if you go to rooms, and you can modify this. So these guys, the meth guys, can only access the main employee facilities, which is needed for their own health. And then the meth storage room, and then obviously the opposite, the storage for the weed, and then the staff needs rooms. So this sort of separates them, keeps them in the right place at the right time, and sort of improves the efficiency a little bit. So while we wait to get our points for this business, I think I'm going to sort of reduce the amount of stuff we've got. So I don't really think we need this amount of building for the weed stuff, because as you can see down here, plenty of stock, and our staff are struggling to keep up cutting these down anyway. So I don't really see the point of having this many plants. I think I'm just going to go build, demolish, and then I'm probably going to demolish probably up to there. Maybe not as much on this. I mean, we can do as well, actually. We'll do the same. Do the same up to there. And then with this, obviously, there's less plants because we've got extra equipment. But again, we'll just put that down. Don't really see the point. So it's all sort of redundant stuff. I don't really see the point of having it there if our staff members aren't even going down there to harvest it. Especially with the sprinkler system now. Before they had to manually water it. But now that the sprinklers are in, they're always pretty much grown. So again, I didn't really see the point of having it all the way down here. So this makes sense because obviously there's a lot more equipment in here. Obviously you got 1, 2, 3, 3 separate things. So this is just the end tables. But yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. Again, I don't really like the way the employee stuff works. I wish you could filter it. So if, let's say if I want to go to, alright, who works on the weeds on the nights? You have to literally scroll through every single one and just check. Which is kind of annoying. But I guess that could be updated in the future. I think for now it's sort of, again, we are just waiting for the points to get the cocaine up and running. Got plenty of profit, which is nice. And we could also look at getting the plane soon. So there is actually a plane. Where is it? Airport. $250,000, which is pretty cool. If we click on here, you can see what you get for that. We're probably not quite there yet until we get all of the different product types. Just making sure all of our staff are sort of happy at the minute. We have got way more than we used to have. This is the kind of stock we've got at each business. So this laundromat is basically fully stocked. Let me just go back to the donut shop. This is all pretty much fully stocked. And then we've got the chicken shop as well, which is a bit less stocked. But, you know, we can work on that. We've still got the vans there. It's just actually getting the stock inside. But yeah, I don't really think we need as many parts of the factory as we do. As you can see, the storage area in here is just maxed out. But after a very long time, I've saved up our points. And I've also decreased the size of this again, because we're still keeping up with production. As you can see, we've still got loads of products. And finally, able to start using this. So if we go to build, only thing we don't have is the large cooling racks, but I don't really care because probably won't produce enough anyway. I'm just putting these down to sort of see how they work for now. So we'll put this on number 1. So it needs light, temperature, and humidity. Okay, that's cool with me. You know what? We'll go 1, 2, 3. I'm not quite sure why I've done this 5 wide, to be honest. I need to adjust that. We'll put these down here for now, just to see how this works. Let's get rid of that last row. So we've got the drying mat, chemical pourer, chemical press, cutting station, and cooling rack. It's a bit strange because some sections need to be humid and some sections need to be not humid. So I'm about to do sort of like 2 sections, and then I might put a... Where are we? I might put like a little wall. If I click factory, was it? No, landscaping. And I can put like a wall. I might put a little wall between these just to stop people, you know, coming in that don't need to be there. But this is sort of the janky setup we've got right now. So we've got... How many employees can we have? We've got maxed employees, so I'm going to have to buy another plot. Which the plots are actually pretty expensive now, as you can see, 23,000. We've got all this space. What I'll do is, I'll do that, and then that means we can get some extra employees. So I'll hire 2 more workers. One can go in the morning, one can go on the night. If we go to night, they're on mornings. They can do this, no, not that one, this one, and loading for now. They'd have to do both because, well, they'll have to for now. And I can do another schedule, or rooms, should I say. So there you go, stock, maintenance. So they're going to be on here. I haven't actually made a stock room yet, so I should probably pause the game before they start producing that. But they are hired right now, so they should, in theory, come and start working in here. So let me just, before they actually start working. So they're on break. Obviously they're working. Just quickly. Pretty sure from university, was it, where we can get the clothing. We've got the gardener's outfit, the fire suit. So we need one for cocaine. 50% using speed, so we'll unlock that. Anything else? 50% cooldown time. And those. I think was 10% white respirator. Could do that one. I mean, it's 320, so it's pretty expensive, so we won't do that for now. But we'll go over here. Movement speed. Lab gloves. And spacesuit. And then I don't really know what could we have. Just any drug production speed. All. We'll put those on all of them, make sure they're all suited up. That seems to be going well. I've put sprinklers in here as well because they need water in, so they're automatically watered. Seem to be working well in this section as well. They just come in every now and again and start harvesting the plants. So that once I get more space, I'm going to take them off the vehicle loading duties, so then they will just stay in here. The storeroom's ready as well. That looks pretty simple. And then I'm going to put some garages here once they need to be delivered. But obviously, we don't have that business yet. So if we go to businesses, we need to figure something out. So we've got chicken shop. These both can supply the meth. But the cocaine needs to go to a nightclub or a casino. So to be honest, lobster restaurants might not be a bad shout. Because we have got a little bit of stock that we need to shift. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start that. But I think I'm going to focus on the cocaine for now. As you can see, making shed loads of money. So if we go to 38,000, 36, 17. So we are making plenty of money. I said the game's getting quite laggy now with all these stuff we've got going on. Yeah, I think I'm going to expand this and sort of get the next one as soon as possible. But again, we are just waiting for the business points to be harvested. Might be worth starting a nightclub or a casino. That's 15,000. So we'll wait till we saved up a little bit. We'll max upgrade this, then start building the nightclub. So this is the current nightclub spot we've got. It's max upgraded, as you can see. 3 out of 3. And this is the plot we've gone for. Said this person died, unfortunately, because we didn't have a staff room. We've got these 2 people that are working on just restocking right now. So we've got morning and nights. And they're literally just restocking stuff. You can see that's why I've got this van here. Just loading up the stock for when it does eventually open. We need to build a staff room though. That's the only issue. So if we go to build. I'm thinking of just removing this a little bit. Sort of jumped the gun on the old building. I didn't realise how much space we didn't have. So I guess that could be the staff building. So what we'll do is we'll just move these. So that thumping noise is pretty annoying, to be honest. But we'll chuck that flap there. You got your drinks bar there. You got a cocktail bar in here also. So we need to... there's a few different things the staff can do, which is the only issue. So like everything like this, for example, needs 2 space, which makes no sense because it's tiny. But we've got to abide by the game rules, apparently. So we're going to put a microwave on that one. And then we'll put a coffee machine there. So that should be good in theory. We just need to put a door on it somewhere. That staff room's now ready. So he should be restocking, so I'm not really sure. Oh, he's on break, that's fair enough. So this is the main nightclub area. This is the VIP area where you can get cocktails served. So we've got everything we need in terms of, yeah, we've got the fish tank and stuff. What we need to do is, see the employees have got quite a few tasks. So you got door entry, cash register, cocktail bar. So let's go with, let's get 10 employees. We've already got 1 engineer, so that's fine. Cleaners, we're going to have to do that to get the star rating up, so I'll do that in a second. Then I'm going to wait till we've stocked up a few products before we actually open the place. But, in theory, we should be pretty good right now. So I'll fast forward a bit, wait till we've got a bit of stock, and see how this place performs. The first night was successful, we made nearly $10,000. Obviously, that'll be a lot more once we start getting more stock in. That's the main issue at the minute. The marketing on billboards is the only star we don't have, and then we can't get that because obviously we've selected the laundromat for that. So if we go back to the factory, this is all we've got at the minute, to be fair, production-wise. We just need to fill this van. If we quickly check, we do have an employee specifically on that. So if we go down to the bottom, it should be on this one. Yeah, stock cocaine. I think we should do, you know what, let's just hire the last one. Do the same thing, put them on nights, and then they can stock the cocaine. Just stock cocaine. Perfect. And all they need is fast boots. It's perfect for us. So then we've got 2 employees, 1 on the morning, 1 on the night, stuck in that van. So that should be helpful for the nightclub. So we haven't checked the local business in a while. Wow, we've got 6,000 points. So we've got the second section completed. It's all 3-star as well. So that's getting sent off to the nightclub. As you can see, we're making a shed load of money. So let's have a look. So nightclub, not really much. 13,000 the next day. And then 46,000. We made 80,000 in one day on that one there. Obviously, this day is still running slightly, but we're already up 37,000. So let's go over to our businesses. Let's start off here. So our donut shop is fully stocked. So it's perfect. Our nightclub is not even fully stocked, and it's still making that much money. Oh, where are we? Our chicken shop's fully stocked, and so is our laundromat. So, to be honest, we're making absolutely loads of money. I think it might be sort of time. I think what we'll do is we'll get the last cocaine, flaming cocaine, and then as soon as we've got that, I think it might be time to look at getting this airport set up. Because, you know, we can get a lot of money from that as well. So, this isn't good. Currently, there's a large fire going on, as you can see. I can't really put it out, to be honest. The engineer's just going over there and dying straight away. I don't know if we just let it burn or what, but I am looking at these. Where are we? So if we go to build and click on meth, right, I want to just try something. That is why these currently aren't doing anything. Yeah, so these ones don't need a temperature thing. So no, see, that's what that little stability condition is. So the fire is slowly starting to stop spreading. This is all that's left. I'm going to let it burn out. Obviously, it's going to cost us an absolute fortune to hire these employees back, but, you know, I guess it's part of business. Definitely not going to use those machines again, which are these fast distiller things. So, basically, what happens is either the engineer dies or something happens where the engineer doesn't maintain these aircon units, and these just set on fire. So, actually, I only just realised they were still there. So, build, move, get rid of you, and you. Meth, go down. Oh, these are the moon ones, right? I don't think it really matters. Let's just go to the auto ones. So, have these also got the same thing? Okay, so what doesn't have the tendency to absolutely explode at any point? Do those? Okay, so these manual distillers. I mean, to be honest, I think we might just have to deal with manually doing them, because I really just don't want to deal with the fact that they could just set on fire at any point. So I guess this is what we're going to have to use for now. Right, in theory, we should be okay now. We've got the manual distillers here. We should just be able to rebuild what we had and live a good life now, because honestly, that was ridiculous. I don't really like the way the fire works in this game. It's sort of a bit janky. You can't really do anything about it. You put an engineer to put it out, and then that's it. They just can't do anything about it. They just end up dying straight away. So I'm hoping now That's all good. We'll just rebuild these and then we'll get those same employees back on it. So I think we are back. We've got these two set up now. Back to all 3 stars. So they're all producing. All of our employees are back from the dead. Let's just quickly check the graph. So what are we doing? So 30,000 profit. 42,000, 20,000, 65,000, 53. Okay, so profits look good. We are making all sorts of cocaine by the looks of it. Yep. So if we go to our businesses, are we full here? I don't want to say full, but we're getting there. Are we full here still? Yep, full stock. Oh, wrong way. Full stock here, yep. And then should be full stock here. Yeah, we're full stock here. So we should be good. Should be good to go. So now I think the main sort of idea we're going to be looking at is to create the airstrip. But what I'm going to do first is not click that. I'm going to get another van. And maybe I could get 2 vans, to be honest. I know the production's not sort of there. But let me just quickly rename this. So van club. I'm going to take off these 2. I'm going to just do that for these. So click on that. There we go. But that route is going to go to... Where are we? The nightclub. Cool. This was just getting us points for the local businesses, which we don't need anymore. So that's fine. If we look back at our factory, we've got enough garages and things now. So we've got 1 of each on the chicken. Should be 1 of each on the donut when the game wants to load. Yep. So 1 on the laundromat, chicken. And then will be 1 of each. So how much is this plane? Where was it? Factory. Build. Was it plane? Airport. So it's $200,000. So I'm going to build that. As soon as we've got the money for it, I'm going to build that. I'm just going to do some landscaping. So it's pretty simple. I'm literally just going to put grass back down where it should be. But yeah, as soon as we've got 200,000, I'm going to build that airstrip. So I made some slight changes to the layout. I've now increased the size of the bedroom, staff breakout room, and I've moved the toilets and the kitchen. Also increasing the size of these as well, just because I've had a lot of staff complaints, desperate to sleep, etc. So I think this is going to help keep our employees alive, because we're having a lot of deaths. So let me just check. So we're 70 out of 70. We've had no deaths so far. The people are still queuing up for a few things, but mainly people are happy, which is, you know, the main concern. So I might extend these as well and just increase the workforce on those. I've hired a few more staff rather than expanding it, just because the plants are there. It's just the rest of it's a bit slow. So I think by, you know, expanding the employees, that's probably a better option. Again, we could probably expand these as well, because the dry mats are quite slow. Our main goal of this episode was to get the cocaine running, and that's what we've done. As you can see from the profits, making a lot of money. So I think next episode we're going to focus on opening the last few businesses we've got, which is the lobster restaurant and the casino, and then maybe getting the runway as well for the plane. Yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.